Hey everybody, it's Mike here from Landon Custom Classics. We got a cool little video for you today. Bestarc sent me this nice little MiG 145. It's a nice little weld pack. It's got the strap and all that. You can put it over your shoulder, hold it under your arm, so if you're up welding beams, something like that, you can get a good extension cord put on there, and it'd be really good for like small, like around the house, crafty kind of stuff, building little things. So, and this may be, if it's good quality in that, we're going to test it out a little. This could be like one of the most affordable little like hobby welders. It's 145 amps, so it'll do some stuff. It's an inverter welder, so it runs on 110 or 220 volt. So, but yeah, I'd like to give a big thanks to the people over at Bestarc for asking me to do a review on this and sending me this unit. You can see this thing is tiny. Lift it with one finger, no problem. And let's see. This looks like the torch is already hooked up and everything on this one. We got our power cord here. This is 220 plug. Let's see what all we got in here for accessories and stuff. Get the box out of the way. Got another box here. We'll open that up. Trying to get this one done a little quick today because it's frigid cold out here. I was going to put on my welding shirt and that, and I was like, yeah, I'll freeze. So you got your gas hose. This one does do gas MIG welding. Got more tips and stuff than the last one. Got your little roller here for this. Has got the little teeth in it, so it's for flux core. So I'm guessing we're going to have to swap that out because we're going to be doing flux core. This one even came with a roll of Teflon tape for putting your hose on so you don't have any leaks. We got our attachment to stick weld. It looks like a better one than the last welder, which was like 250 bucks, I think. This one's about 138, something like that on Amazon. Here's our grounding clamp. Here's our 110 volt adapter. This is one of the newer styles, and you just plug her in here. And then we'll plug it in the outlet. Let's get the plastic off this thing here. Before I plug it in, I want to make sure the plastic is off of it, because we don't want it to turn on or something and, whoa, unplugged our lights here. Sorry, guys. So this one, everything's on top. That's spring-loaded. I like that. Like we got another spring-loaded clip on the other side here. Looks like a really good quality machine. I really think it's better than the Ryland one I just did. Okay, now on this, you don't want to set too tight. This one doesn't have the numbers on it, so you just have to kind of feel it. You don't want it too tight on there. You don't want to crush the wire. You just want to have it grab good. So we're going to take this off. This is a nice little like quarter turn kind of deal on there. Okay, this one looks like it has the metric measurements on it. 08 and 10. This one says 09 and 08, which is 030. So both of these have the little teeth like they're for flux core, but it'll do MIG too, so I guess it won't hurt. Okay, so we're going to take our 08, because that said the 08 is 030, which is what comes with this machine. And then another thing I like, most of them have a little pin. This one has a square hole in it. So it'll go on 4 different ways, whatever. You don't have to fight it real bad. Looks like we're going off the top one, so we'll want that 0.8 up. Okay. And we'll put this on here. and twist it back around. Real simple like. There's a feed wire button here, so you can speed feed your wire. That's really cool. Figure out which one of these. They don't have a label. Oh, there it is. Self-shielded flux core wire. So that's the one we're going to want here. Here's your little carry strap. So you can put that on here. Hooks on the front there, and then it hooks through the back of this cover here. And then you're all set up to throw this over your shoulder. Make sure my video's going right, sorry. Anyway, gotta check on things so we don't get all the way through this and be like, oh, we didn't get things done here. So be nice to have to re-record this whole thing. And then it's already out of the packaging, so it's not quite as cool because you don't know what I've done behind the scenes. This box actually had like a really nice heavy shrink wrapped coating on it. It was really well packed. I was pretty impressed by that. Because if you don't pack stuff right, it could get broken shipping, and nobody likes to get a broken item and have to do a return and all that fun jazz. So, okay. Let's see, where'd my MIG pliers go? They're right here. So we'll get this spool on here. This one just has a small spool capacity. You can't put the big spools on here. There's not room. So we take that off and set our flux wire on here. I've learned, one of the first things I learned real easy there, real quick like, you don't want to undo this wire until you're ready to feed the sucker, which I got it upside down, I think. Yeah, I gotta flip the spool because I'm not looking at it right here. Anyway, I didn't even think of that until I got it on there. I'm like, oh, which direction does this feed from? Which could make it fun to try to get it loose here and feed it. My wire is hooked on the bottom. Could have undone it and hooked it through this hole on the top, I guess. So you want to put just a bit of tension on there. You don't want it too much, just enough that it doesn't like come unrolled on you. We'll turn it around here. Okay, now went over this on some of my other videos. Let's see. This one has a positive here and a negative here. And this wire here is for your gun. So if you're doing flux core, you want a positive ground. So we're going to bring this one over to negative, and it's that easy to change. It's right there. Undo it, boom, ready to MIG weld. So put her in there, tighten her up. Our good friend Chris over at Busted Radio Garage, he got one of these in a giveaway from another one of our buddies, and he had the perfect job for it. This got a short little torch here. Everything else, this is not like a big heavy duty machine. Like I say, it's usually for spots you want to climb into, something you need the welder right there with you. So you don't need a real long torch, because this machine is not going to be carried or pulled out a lot. It's going to be right on you. This one says 04 something. 0.0040 1.0. We'll see how the wire fits through this when we get it through. We may have to switch tips in the bag. That's the one thing that kind of gets us, is a lot of these tips and stuff are metric on these cheaper machines. Most all of these little cheap machines are made in China, but at $150, this beats the Lincoln equivalent. It's probably about $600. So I'll undo our zip ties off here, or twist ties. Sorry. This dang thing is being a bugger. Don't like twist ties. Anyway, so we're going to plug the ground into our hot here. Before we get on with this, I got old weld on this. I'm gonna clean up. Never clean the flux off of it. I had the wrong tool for the job at the time. Nice weld. That was with my Yes welder there. I've tested all my welders on that. Okay, so let's grab this wire here. Pull it up, not too bad. Now, they got a bend in the end of here, so you're going to cut a chunk off because you want the nice, smooth piece going in there. You don't want it to screw up your gun. Should have zoomed in for this. We're going to feed it through this little spring piece here, through the hole, across that wheel, and into the hole here. I believe this said it's 030 wire. Okay, well, you can see the hole here. It's like catching on the edge or whatever on the lip. Get my knife. Put that over a little. Oh, okay. I was feeding it in the dang hole. It just didn't feel like it was moving. Start pulling on it, like an inch of wire come out. Okay. So once we get that fed through there, we're going to close this piece over on here. I'll show you this way. Goes through the spring into this hole for the gun. Push this piece over. Boom. Okay. Now we'll figure out how to fire this baby up. It's like most machines. It has power switch here on the back. And then down here's the port where you're going to put your hose in for your argon or whatever. So we'll kick that on. Takes a second here. It had a little bar kind of going across there. Lighten up. Flashed a couple times. There you go. Okay. Now it's set for gasless up here. You set that for gas or gasless. If you put it on gas, it just shows 030. I'm guessing probably because it's on 120 volt. A lot of these, if they need more power, it will block settings that require more power. So, okay, we put that to gasless. MIG has TIG and MMA, which I'm guessing must be your stick. We'll put that on gasless MIG. Got her on. This is like the other one I did. When you turn this knob, it adjusts your temperature and it automatically adjusts your wire speed with it. I'd have to find out if there's a manual setting on that for the wire speed. I'm going to put it on about 16.8. Got 0.56 for our wire speed there. The gun is set to 4T. I'm not positive about all that stuff yet. Let's check this out here. We lift this top up. And hit our wire feed button. And there she goes. She rolls away. Off like a prom dress. That's really nice. It has a separate button in there. My Yes welder has a button on the front you hold and it'll speed feed. I tried it. It has the same icon on the other one, but I hadn't figured it out yet. It does fit good and firm through this tip. You want to make sure this tip fits tight, because if the wire is loose and can move around, it'll wiggle while you're welding, and it can make your weld not so pretty. Okay, so we'll slide our tip back on there. Cut this off a bit. Don't want it too long. I advise everybody get a good pair of MIG pliers. These are made in China. They had some other name on them, but they're sold by Lincoln. I've learned everything from Lincoln is pretty much Chinese. So what's the difference between this being Chinese? Right? So we're going to do this. Move this little guy over here. Wore my welding hat today. I forgot that last time. I have to adjust my helmet out because I've never wore it with the new hats I bought. Get our gloves here. And we're gonna put a little weld down this horseshoe here. And then we'll show you guys what it looks like, how dirty a flux core weld is versus a MIG weld. We'll run the grinder over it and show you how it kind of cleans up to be about the same thing. One of the major things is the MIG. It just seems to be a whole lot cleaner and all that. And especially if you're layering weld, you want MIG, because flux, you can do it with certain wire. They have recommendations of how many layers you can layer it and stuff like that. But you have to clean the slag off in between or your weld won't stick. So let's throw a little weld down on here and see what we got. I'm going to use my hand to balance my other hand here because I'm getting a little shaky now that I'm up in my 40s. We're going to run a little weld down this baby. See. Whoa, hey. Run some wire out there. I just realized what I did. I didn't hook my ground clamp up like an idiot. Trying to get my video done and out of the cold, and I forgot to ground it. I was like, is it not going? Because I couldn't even hear the spool. It's so quiet. Okay, let's hit this baby. Oh, that's smooth. Might need to turn it up a little. Okay, whoa, hey. That trigger's a little touchy. I just put another like 4 inches out there. Anyway, cut that back off. Not like popping a lot or anything like some of it does. I'm not real good with my settings in that yet. So, still learning. But seems to be welding real smooth. It just wasn't doing a whole lot because we didn't have things set up right. You just bumped that trigger again. Every time you bump the trigger, it knocks a couple inches of stuff out. Wasting a good bit of wire when I grab this thing. Doesn't take a lot to pull the trigger. There, that's starting to look a little better. See all the sparkling there? It's a flux core. A little harder to see, more sparks. Yeah, Chris over at Busted Radio Garage, he was saying that he was going to use this, give it to his daughter to teach her how to weld. And like I say, somebody learning how to weld, doing hobby projects, whatever, this is probably the ideal machine for. It's light, it's compact. Got a nice little hook on here, so you can hook that on your belt or whatever. But let's take a look at this weld here. We'll show you, then we'll clean it off, show you the difference between your welding with gas and welding with flux core. So you're going to see this is real dirty, okay? So down in there on that horseshoe, what we welded to, looks like a dirty mess there. We'll see how good I did of a weld. I'm still learning, so I'm going to take our wire wheel for cleaning up our welds here. Clean it up real good. Man, that looked like a dirty mess, but I think I'm actually getting much better at welding. See them rolls on there? That's a pretty nice bead. So I think we got a pretty good machine there. I think once I got going, we got it dialed in just about right, and that literally is probably one of my better welds. I'll show you the difference on here. This one here, now it's all pretty and nice. I bubbled it out too much. It was going too slow. But that's with a MIG, and I didn't touch that with the grinder or nothing. There's more flux core from different machine. That's flux core from my Yes welder. And then that nice little weld there is flux core from this little guy. So, well, as far as I can see through our testing that we've done so far, seems to be a real nice little machine. Performs good. It's really quiet. All you hear is the fan. I couldn't hear the motor going. The other two machines that I've used, as soon as you squeeze that gun, you can feel and hear the motor going in there. So this is real smooth. And like I say, you put this handle on here. You can throw this over your shoulder and it'll sit comfortably under your arm. Then if you're up welding on something, you can just hold that sucker and go. Might try putting the handle on here real quick. We'll see how much fun it is to get on here. Oh, there's the slide on shoulder spot there. Okay, I'm guessing this goes on here. And we'll put this on here. I'm going to thread this through here. We'll just do this so we can see how it fits on my shoulder here. I'm not real great with my fingers doing straps and stuff anymore. I'm getting arthritic. Got these big old hands anyway. Okay, let's see here. Let me run this through the back here. Up over the machine here. Through our front hole. Okay. Then we run her through here. Down through there. Should be run right. Anyway, here we go. You can adjust that plenty for how it goes. I'd probably turn this around and put this tail through the back so it's behind you instead of in front of your machine. But, like I say, you can put this over your neck. Anyway, can't get it around my hood. But yeah, you got that little machine right there. Nice length on it. So just want to make sure we covered all the features there. Probably didn't be worn over a big winter coat. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll get this posted up and get you a link in the description in case you want one. You can go check her out. So thanks for tuning in.